A lot of cope is in this episode, and we're going to watch it. According to the lovely men at Kino Casino, Anissa has been cooking Idubbbz with denims. Now, most guys would be like, damn, that's kind of hot. Your girlfriend's cheating on you with another woman. Maybe Ian's involved? Nope. Ian's sitting there in the chair. I personally don't believe it. Busy weeks. What were you doing? Oh, you were flying around, hanging out with Hassan and all. Yeah, real busy. You feel freed because Ethan shit on you guys for like a couple of minutes, and you'd feel like you were silenced. Like, what are you talking about? Freed in what sense? Are you talking about freed from creator clash? It was your project. You guys were failures at it. If you really didn't care, you would have just focused on yourselves and just let that slight go that Ethan did. But you cared. You're talking about how you felt like you were silenced for this whole period of time. You cared that entire time. Stop lying. I can catch you lying in real time watching this fucking episode right now.
You're showing a man and you end it with a fucking dog hitting a fucking drum! Oh, I'm fucking mad.
COPES is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
We got some Idubbbz content, boys and girls. Today, Idubbbz has released a new episode of his shitty podcast called Maximum Damage is the channel name. She Ruined My Career is the name of the podcast. This podcast sucks. It is an emotional dumping ground for Ian and Anissa to bring up their therapy sessions, how people view them online, defend Daniel Larson and compare Daniel Larson to Ethan Klein. You know, typical shit of a podcast of just two completely buck-broken people that are shitty on the inside as they look outside. And Idubbbz, apparently, according to Kino Casino, who is going to be going over this, I believe, right now, Idubbbz talked about, guess what? Creator clash and the Hassan content nuke reaction video that they did. A lot of cope is in this episode, and we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it early.
Oh my God! Welcome, boggarts in the closets.
Some of them are out of the closets.
Oh my God, that's true.
This is so boring already. I already want to kill myself. They're so boring. They have the worst charisma out of two group of people in the world, man. They are not entertaining together. Oh my God. It's so aggravating. Yep, no webcam. Great intro, guys. Just amazing intro.
Yeah.
LGBTQ. Is there any LGBTQ in Harry Potter? We talked about this.
Are there any LGBTQ
We talked about
boggarts?
this already.
Do you think?
I don't even know what the fuck she just said. What did she say? Is there LGBTQ in boggarts? What the fuck is boggart? Why are you asking if there are gay people in Hogwarts? Like, what is happening? Come on.
I think Harry's gay.
Wait.
That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
That would be a boggart, though. Like, if you're afraid of coming out, like, it would show what a cock and balls when it comes out.
No,
what
not
is
like
it? What is a
full cock and
boggart
balls.
exactly? Your greatest fear?
Yeah.
So it could be, yeah, like your parent, like, being, like, really disappointed in you.
Yeah, I think it would be that.
Okay.
Like,
Really
yeah, like
angry?
I don't think.
I hate Anissa so fucking much. Just like every ounce of me just like hates Anissa Jabba, dude. I fucking hate this bitch.
Think like a cock and balls would come out because I don't think you'd be afraid of.
That would be arousing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like you with a boner.
And this is the guy criticizing Ethan's podcast? Yeah, okay, dude.
Well, like a.
Oh, while everyone's laughing at you
Yeah.
because
like
you
your
have a boner
parents
because
are-
you're looking at another boner.
Maybe like your parents coming out like kind of like a floating ghost saying like, no son of mine.
Not like this.
Not like this. Yeah, but I wonder if there's any boggarts in the closet.
Yeah.
Like they
Why am I
themselves.
doing this? Why am I doing this?
I wonder what their interpersonal lives are like.
We're doing
Boggarts.
we're doing 1.5. I can't listen to them talk about cock and balls. I can't do it. I literally can't.
We'll get into that in a bit. For now, I want to say welcome back, everyone. I know we've been quite away.
Man, I wonder what you've been doing, Ian. I wonder what you and your wife have been doing. Is Anissa getting into fights with people online again? Is Anissa picking fights with people online that they're going to fail? Oh, speaking of Anissa, Ethan Klein currently mauling jewelry, gets sputtering on his podcast, fighting every urge in his body to not call me a bitch. You are a bitch! You're a bitch! You deserve it! Rob's Media, goated. Another Rob W. Another Rob W, dude. You're a bitch. Like, duh. He should call you a bitch. He should call you a horrible fucking human being. Genuinely.
But we're back now, and we're gonna deliver you the greatest.
Yeah. Why have we been away? We're tired.
Yeah, it's mainly been that. I mean,
yeah, you're tired. I heard a rumor, Anissa. I heard a rumor. Now, obviously, this is a rumor and up to speculation, and I have no proof of this. But according to the lovely men at Keno Casino and the Farms, Anissa has been cucking Idubbbz with denims. Now, most guys would be like, damn, that's kind of hot. Your girlfriend's cheating on you with another woman. Maybe Ian's involved? Nope. Ian's sitting there in the cuck chair. He ain't participating in that three-way. He ain't participating in that lesbian relationship. I personally don't believe it, but I'm hearing some stuff. I'm hearing some stuff through the grapevine. I don't know if it's real or not. I'm not going to say it's real, but you know, who knows?
Obviously, we've had a lot of, ups and downs over this past couple
It does sound way too good to be true, but it is funny to spread it around.
of weeks. For anyone who just watches the bog, I'll fill you in. I did a content comp on Ethan Klein.
Oh, here we go.
I know, kind of unexpected.
Everybody in the bog right now is like,
Yeah, true.
What?
huh?
Huh? Where was this? And then I did a follow-up video, which is the content deputy. And in that, I announced that Anissa and I are stepping away from Creator Clash. I think there were multiple reasons, but I think the primary reason is just to, separate our, shit stirring and drama.
Shit stirring. Interesting choice of words, Ian. Interesting choice of words. Now, realize I haven't watched this yet. I've only had a brief synopsis, but that's an interesting way of kind of phrasing how you've been handling yourself on the drama sphere and your accountability sphere of like the past Creator Clash dramas, how you treated Ethan, the kind of justification that you did for people calling CPS on his family. That's crazy, dude.
Drama nature from the event, especially since I'm not fighting. It's like it felt like it was more of a detriment to the event than it.
Why was it a detriment, Ian? Why was it a detriment? Was it because you lost $250,000 in charity money and you had to do a humiliation ritual to only get half of it back? Or was it the fact that you snaked one of your friends, somebody who has supported your fucking gay little boxing thing since the beginning? And a large majority of that audience are people from Ethan's audience at the time. Was it that?
Was a benefit, and we're okay with that. And we wish the company well, and we wish the fighters well. We want everything to, go well, because ultimately that's, I think, a lot of what makes Creator Clash special is just these, fighters who've never fought before, these influencers,
Yep.
Kicking ass.
Yep.
Or getting your ass kicked. Either way, it's cool.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say, we don't regret it.
Come on. Are you kidding? This is cope. This is such cope. Do you want to know why it's cope? Again, and I've brought it up a million times. A year ago, Anissa was blaming us for Creator Clash 2 failing and that we were sabotaging her event. They don't regret this? Bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just want to make that very clear. This stepping away from the company is not because we regret what we've done. We needed to do what we did. I'm very proud of what you've done. I'm very proud of,
Of course you're proud of him. Of course you're proud of him. Oh, God. Honey, I'm so proud of you that you made yourself a pariah. Honey, I'm so proud of you that you decided to work with a guy who denied rapes. Honey, I'm so proud of you going over to the side of a group of people that will send human skulls and child protective services to someone's house. Honey, I'm so proud of you. Honey, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, honey, for losing the cancer money and spending all of it on galas. Honey, I'm so proud of you of sitting in the cuck chair while Hassan talks shit on your behalf while you sat there like a fucking retard.
I am too. And it's still, it's hard, right? I was going to talk about it on Hassan's stream, which, but I don't know, he was in some spiral about the content nuke.
Oh, so the reason that you weren't talking was because Hassan was talking too much. Now, chat, I assume you watch Diorio. Let me ask you a question. That live stream that Hassan did with Ian, where Ian sat there in the chair like this, being like, did Hassan not ask Ian to talk? Did Hassan not look at Ian and go, hey, like, you got something to add? What do you think, Ian? What do you think, Ian? Do you want to discuss it? What do you think of that? Right now, Idubbbz and Anissa are basically laughing at the idea that they couldn't speak in that moment, but it was just Hassan talking. And Idubbbz had nothing to say because Hassan, unironically, unequivocally, explained Idubbbz's career to his face using Ethan as an analogy, and it all fit Idubbbz.
I mean, it's
He berated Ian for laughing at one of Ethan's jokes in the video.
it's very upsetting. Like, I watched the content nuke.
Uh-huh.
Well, Ian tried to force me to watch the content nuke, and it's very disingenuous. So it's.
I knew it. This fucking
Honey,
bitch.
I'm so proud of
This
you for sitting in
this
the corner like a good
bitch.
boy.
This bitch. It was. I could barely watch it. Ian forced me to watch it. It was very disingenuous. Oh, dude, these people are Hassan cocked. Oh, yeah, pot meat kettle, bro. You're talking about being disingenuous with the video you guys put out, the 2 videos that Ian put out. That is crazy.
It's like very hard to like not get angry.
Get angry at what? Hassan saying that rapes didn't happen? How about the clips of Hassan saying that Russia wouldn't invade Ukraine and then double down on it?
Ian was the Hassan.
You know what? You know what's crazy is that Ethan didn't even put in the worst clips of him saying that it's okay to rape rich white women at colleges because rich guys, you know, they deserve it. I don't know the exact fucking wording, but that's essentially what it was. It was like some sort of argument that like rapes on college campuses for rich girls should happen or something. You know, Ethan could have went a lot harder, but he focused on the content and the rhetoric. I don't know how that's disingenuous when that's Hassan's entire career.
But yeah, the point I was making is just that year 2 of Creator Clash, I did keep my personal shit to myself and didn't really make videos that I was very excited about.
That's a total lie. You did make videos during the Creator Clash drama. You want to know how I know that? You made a video on Froggy Fresh, a pseudo content cop. Then you did your apology video. You made content during that time frame that was tangential, that was related to the Creator Clash drama. The thing is, though, is that you couldn't make a video on people criticizing you because our criticism was correct. And you had no recourse. None. And you fucking knew it. This is cope. This is hard cope.
Because I was concerned about other people. And
what other people? Huh? The fighters that all said, hey, I'm not getting paid for this. It's all about charity. It's all about charity. It's all about charity. And then everyone found out that they were getting paid a bag. And when some of the fighters told everybody that they were getting paid a bag, and people said, wait, how come all the promotional material is that the fighters aren't getting paid? You guys tried to say none of the fighters are getting paid. I remember because Anissa blew up on Boblax about it.
So this year I was like, let's see if if I can do this and, run the event as well. And we did for a period. But
yeah, I mean,
you know what's great is that you could have said nothing. You could have let the event go on. You could have let the event happen, then done the content cop on Ethan and not sabotage your guys' ownership, stake, and reputation on Creator Clash. You could have been smarter about it. Instead, you decided to immediately run to the defense of Hassan because Hassan was getting shit from everybody. And since your wife is a dick sucker for Hassan and pretends that she cares about her Muslim roots when she made a video saying she doesn't care about it, you randomly now need to step away from Creator Clash. Okay.
I think it's in better hands.
Yeah, it's definitely in better hands. I mean, I'm not going to say it's definitely in better hands.
Period. But
yeah, I mean,
I think it's in better hands.
Yeah, it's definitely in better hands. I mean, I'm not going to say it's definitely in better hands. That's disingenuous. I don't think it's definitely in better hands. I think it's in capable hands.
Oh my God. Are you kidding? Did you just badmouth your own event that you guys gave off to a group that you think is going to carry your legacy and don't have confidence in them? And then shit on them? When you guys lost the $250,000 from the fucking second event? Are you really behind a paywall, snaking the group of people that you put in charge of Creator Clash?
That's a good way of putting it.
We did genuinely step away.
Mhm.
Like, I think there's people that are like, it's a lie. No, we did. We have no.
Nobody said it was a lie that you're stepping away that I am aware of. What I said, for me, I can speak on me alone. You guys walked away, but you're still involved in some capacity. You're listed as owners. You're definitely going to go to the parties and stuff. You're definitely going to go to the events. You know, you're going to promote it still and everything. You're a founder, right? You did this as a PR move to turn around and say, well, you guys can't attack the charity anymore. Well, the problem is that the charity, no matter what you two fucking retards do, will always be mired in your bullshit. And right here, right now, we just heard Anissa shit talk the event, giving us content to shit talk them and the event. Anissa, you need to learn how to fucking put a muzzle on your mouth.
Control over anything anymore, to the point where I'm like texting people like, what the fuck is going on? And they're like, you gotta trust us. Like, that's like the level of interaction I'm getting now. So,
but yeah, it's all for the
So Anissa just admitted when they did a handoff to this company, she's still trying to micromanage it.
best. Unfortunately, with our busy weeks, we have not
What are you doing?
seen Grizzly Man, by the way, Dane.
But like, hold on. What busy weeks? What were you doing? Oh, you were flying around, hanging out with Hassan and all the retards. Yeah, real fucking busy.
oh yeah, Dane,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I assumed as much.
Yeah.
But I have seen a grizzled man.
Really?
Yeah, he's
Where?
right there.
I'm not grizzled. I'm anything but grizzled. What is grizzled?
Just, you know, like
I just think 5 o'clock
weathered.
shadow.
Like
Weathered.
Grizz?
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
some. You're a grizz master.
I think having some facial hair is necessary to be grizzled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Oof. She's trying to be like, yeah, Ian, you're like a grizzled man. And Idubbbz is so mentally destroyed. His entire self-worth is just gone because of this woman. And she says one nice thing to him, and he doesn't know how to handle it. He's like, well, no, you know, I don't really think of myself that way. I'm not a grizzled man. I'm not a good-looking man. Like, he's just emasculated as fuck. She didn't even emasculate him in that moment. She tried to like uplift his spirits, and he's like, no, I'm not any of those things.
Dane is very clearly more grizzled.
No,
than
no,
me.
no, no. You're more grizzled than Dane.
What?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Dane? Because I don't.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, okay. Well, then there you go.
Somebody look up the definition of grizzled.
I don't think that's a word.
It is.
It is.
Oh,
Hello?
okay. Well,
Is Idubbbz retarded? The answer is yes, but like,
we'll let Dane look it up.
who is Dane, their producer, that looks like Chud Logic?
Dane?
Thank you for letting me look it up.
Technically, it's Chud Logic pretending to be an American working for them as a podcast co-host.
Grizzled is an adjective describing something, usually hair, that is gray or streaked with gray.
Oh.
Oh.
Usually,
Oh,
Yeah, he's bald like a neo-Nazi now. It doesn't count.
so you are more grizzled.
It can also be used to describe a person, particularly someone who is experienced or old, implying toughness or a seasoned appearance.
Yeah, that's what I associated with. Like, when I think of grizzled, I think of like Liam Neeson.
Do I think Tipster would join them? No. I think Tipster recognizes... To be honest, like, Tipster did say something, like, pretty good about the Idubbbz thing. I think he turned around and he, like, criticized the Idubbbz for, like, fucking over his friend of, like, X amount of years over, you know, just a tiny bit of clout. Maybe I'm wrong, but I could have swore I saw Tipster made a tweet that was, like, just anti-Ian when the content cop came back. I'm pretty sure Tipster had a good take.
So you think that Ian looks older than me?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Not in a bad way. I
Ian looks like he's dying on the inside constantly.
love the way that you look. I think you're very hot. But I do think that you look older than Dane.
Mm-hmm. Well,
interesting.
yeah, I'm starting to get more gray hairs in my scalp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the gray hairs. I haven't got any grays yet. But yeah, just to like, I guess put a cap on it. Like, we decided as a team to step away, like with our team, internal team. There are capable people that are taking it over.
You just said that they're not capable. You just said it was disingenuous to say that they were capable. Which one is it, Anissa? Are they capable or are they not capable? Which one is it?
do not regret at all how things have gone. I'm the
Yeah, no, wait. Anissa lost a debate/argument with Vegan Gains about empathy recently. I know Vegan Gains and Anissa had a debate years ago, and Vegan Gains just like raped her. I know that. There was one recently?
happiest I've ever been. I know people are like,
Cope.
cope, but I truly am genuinely the happiest I've ever been in my life right now. I feel so freed.
You feel freed because of a video that was made on like your husband's friend? You feel freed because Ethan shit on you guys for like a couple of minutes, and you'd feel like you were silenced? Like, what are you talking about? Freed in what sense? Are you talking about freed from creator clash? It was your project. You guys were failures at it.
Just the idea that like we don't have to be silent.
What the fuck? You're treating like what you went through like you were being held hostage by a rape. All Ethan says is that I was shitty, that you people didn't say anything when you already said something publicly about it. And all you had to say was I don't abuse my kids. You weren't silent about it either. You weren't silent about it. You literally went on camera and talked about it. And then you compared it to Daniel Larson, who is a pedophile, and said you felt sympathy for Daniel Larson. Are you two fucking idiots? The answer is yes.
The being silent was fucking
Yeah.
it's like soul crushing.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yeah, it was soul crushing, Anissa, because you constantly need to pick a fight with people. You don't feel relevant unless you are picking a fight with somebody over something mundane and retarded. That is what Anissa's entire history on the internet has been. If Anissa is not picking a dumbass fight that she can't win and then make herself look like the victim later, she feels like she's not seen it all. That's all she does.
That's how important that was to me, and I think us in general, is, feeling like we can't fucking, like we have to, I don't know, like censor ourselves for for other people.
You're the ones that put the censorship on you. Idubbbz, you said I don't want to engage in this kind of content anymore. It's too toxic. I hated what I used to do. I just want to make wholesome, good content. No more commentary, no more drama. I'm going to be a better person. You're the one that put the censor on yourself. No one else did it. No one put a censor on you. And when you took the censor off, you did it in the dumbest fucking way possible.
For
Constantly censoring ourselves for other people.
and it's hard. I just don't think we're that.
Like, I get it. You didn't want to fight between Hassan and Ethan. Cool. But you could say, I don't want to get involved in this, but Ethan doesn't abuse his kids. Throw your hands up and say, let them fight. Instead, you had to get involved. You didn't have to, but you did.
Personality type.
No. Definitely not me.
Yeah.
You're more that way than I am. It was hard for me, for sure.
Personality type, general is, feeling like we can't fucking, like we have to, I don't know, like censor ourselves for for other people, for
constantly censoring ourselves for other people. And
it's hard. I just don't think we're that personality type.
No.
We're that personality type? Why do you talk about each other like you're conjoined at the fucking hip? That is scary to me. It's like anytime they talk about like how each one of them might handle something differently, they always use the word we, how we as a unit react to things. You're two different people. You're two people. You're going to react to things differently. Anissa constantly picks fights any fucking chance that she gets. Idubbbz tends to not do that unless he has an easy win on somebody.
Definitely not me.
Yeah.
You're more that way than I am. It was hard for me, for sure.
Yeah.
For you, it was kind of whatever.
But I'm stoked. It is, I don't know, feels like a little bit of a weight has been lifted.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I think it's going to be a new chapter for us, which
Chapter of being known as snakes, as being known as people that will just at the drop of a hat not stand for one thing. I'm not telling you have to agree with Ethan's criticisms of Hassan. I'm not saying that. You didn't have to co-sign the content nuke. You don't have to co-sign Ethan's vendetta against Hassan. All he had to do was be a fucking human being and say, Ethan's kids aren't being abused. The CPS call and the harassment to his home is over the line, and I don't condone it. That's it. Be a human. Be a fucking human being. Your new chapter is now going to be placating to a group of people that if you slip up once, it is going to come down harder on you than it did before. I can't wait to see the two of you fuck this up. It is going to be generational. The crash out of when Ian gets kicked out of the Hassan orbit and Ethan or Anissa says something that the Hassan people don't like once, I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it. I am going to be there to farm all the money I can off of that generational fallout. I can't wait.
I'm excited about.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of content creation and a lot of just authentically. I can just tell that you are ready to be yourself.
Spread my wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, be yourself. Yeah, you're ready to be yourself. This is so pathetic. This is so pathetic. It just shows that Idubbbz was just terrified to like do anything that would be considered a personality type. This is crazy.
Anissa is totally unbothered by all of this controversy. She is just a quirk chungus who wants to show off her cooking skills. She totally isn't mad.
Yeah, she totally isn't mad.
Spread your wings.
I'm gonna spread my
Spread my
wings.
ass.
I'm
Oh.
gonna spread my cheeks.
Oh, okay. I'm ready to spread my wings in a different way. I'm like fully ready to just start cooking and baking, and I think I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna go to like a culinary program, and like I think it's so freeing. Like I honestly, the amount of hate I've gotten online recently has made me realize that I do not give a shit.
If you didn't give a shit, you wouldn't be bringing it. Oh my God, how many fucking times am I gonna have this conversation about Anissa and Ian? Guys, seriously, if you're getting a lot of shit and you don't care about how much shit you're getting, you don't bring it up. So now Anissa's going from a proud, independent woman to a housewife.
Well, we were given the gift of Alex's rightful downfall, so karma is real.
The cry bully behavior is crazy coming out of Anissa's mouth. I knew they were lolcows. Dude, since Creator Clash 2, they've been lolcows. Even before that, they were like that.
I thought it was butterflies that came out of cocoons, not snakes.
I know.
It gets to the point where it's kind of like it's overwhelming. And it's like, well, this is like
It does not hurt
it's
my
a
feelings.
steady supply now.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta,
it's just a way of life.
For it to be painful, kind of like torture. You know, it's got to be more unpredictable.
Yeah, it's like
It's got to surprise you.
It's like you know when you get in the shower and you make it too hot, but you're like but then you don't want to like turn it down because you know eventually it's not gonna be hot enough, so you just kind of soak it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to turn it even hotter. to
Right,
feel
a
the
little
heat.
bit later. Yeah.
That's what it feels like right now.
So you're telling me that now, because you received a lot of hate, that you're going to try and turn it harder to get more hate. So what I am gathering from that is Anissa now feels obligated or has a rush of pissing people off so that she will continue to bait people to get angry at her so that she can continue to feel something because her life is so dejected and she has nothing else going for her other than being a rage bait fucking. Got it. So she has nothing else in her life other than that. I think that just confirmed the humiliation kink right there, chat. I think that just confirmed the humiliation kink rumors that have been going around. Does it not, chat? One's in the chat if Anissa just confirmed that her and Ian have a humiliation fetish. Is that not confirmation, chat?
I like that analogy.
So
So you're
like,
saying that people should turn up the hate.
I don't think they can anymore. You should see the shit
Yeah.
that I.
Oh, well, yes, they can. They could do what they did to your old friend Ethan and like send people to your house to try and destroy your family. They can mail like skulls to you in the mail, you know, shit like that. Now, I'm not saying that should ever happen. I do not condone it. And if you do it and I find out you're a part of my fucking audience, I will go out of my way to plaster your shit everywhere. But like, hate can be a lot worse than a bunch of people calling you an ugly online. There are worse things than that, than just being called an ugly online, Anissa. Way worse. Your old friends are dealing with that, and you just don't care at this point. It's great. Solid.
Yeah, like my DMs.
It's not enough. They're numb.
No, truly though, like my DMs are like, there's one girl that literally commented, I'm not kidding you, publicly. She had her public profile and everything. She said, slit your wrists the long way.
That's crazy. You should not be DMing Anissa that. Don't DM Anissa that. That's crazy.
Let your wrist a long
Specifically.
way.
Well, because I don't know how like into that
Eat a hot
culture
dog
you
a long
are,
way.
but like if you,
Wait, into that culture? Into that culture. That's not a culture. That's a mental illness. That's not a culture. That's how everyone knows how to cut, like to bleed out. What?
They say like if you want to like die, you do the long way. If you don't want to die, you do a cross. So it's very specific. It's like actually kill yourself.
Yeah, but you would like when you miss the veins, it's a lot easier to miss the veins if
Ian doesn't know anything. Wouldn't you like miss the veins if you're like cutting upwards? You know, up across the vein. If you follow the vein up, you can literally see them follow the vein up. You're so stupid, Ian. You're so fucking stupid.
you're doing it the long way.
No, there's like a main artery in there, I think.
Interesting.
These two are the dumbest people on planet Earth. I can't fucking take it.
Like you can.
All right.
But anyways, the point being, like when somebody says that to you, they're genuinely saying like fucking.
Yeah, they're
yourself.
taking it to the next
the most
level.
like graphic, like 13, which, you know what? It didn't bother. I was a little shocked that this person had their
You just said that it didn't bother you, and now you're saying you're shocked.
public
Okay.
profile.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like a normal girl,
That's so weird,
which
man.
is always freaks me out. But
Oh, that's what I want to do for a coffee table book.
yeah,
Is
hate
hate comments, but like you take people's public profile
Yeah.
and pictures or whatever, and you make a collage of them,
yeah.
like so peaceful, so sweet, and then like right in the middle of that page is their hate comment that is just telling you.
Yeah,
to
that's a
kill
good idea.
yourself.
Like you go and find like their Facebook profile and like find pictures of them smiling and being happy and like
Yeah.
with their mom and their dad and stuff, like to show that they have like a family and people who care about them. And then right in the middle just says like kill yourself.
Are they talking about publishing that? Or are they talking about making a book on that?
Yeah,
From their profile.
legit. And some of them are like so nasty. Like they're like, I'm gonna find you and kill you, and like I've gotten all types of whatever, which is very fascinating because a lot of them do genuine. They have public profile pages, which is like.
Is that them trying to say that you should look at the public profile paging? No, they're making a point that people without fear are like telling them this stuff, and they're like, "Oh, isn't it crazy that like normal people are telling me that?" Okay.
But none of it. It's really interesting that none of it, because back in the day, it would have really upset me. I think like a combination of therapy and drugs. But
What do you mean back in the day? Like a year ago to 2 years ago, you had a full-blown schizophrenic meltdown on live stream about all of us like shitting on Creator Clash, and you lost your mind and said, I sometimes I need Ian to hold me down. I need a leash. I'm like a rabid dog. Like, like you were literally doing that on live stream about people shitting on you. What do you mean by back in the day? That was like a few months to a year ago, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about?
even Ethan, like on his podcast, was talking about me putting stuff in your oatmeal or saying that I'm whatever he's
Yeah, you're dosing him with HRT.
saying.
Right.
None of that bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I'm invincible. I don't, and maybe it's because I don't really care what my internet. Like I don't really.
Right.
I'm not here.
You're really struggling to get through this. You're really struggling to get through this. The same thing Ethan did, looking at random profiles of regular people. Ethan shouldn't have done it. It's okay when they do it. That is a good point. I forgot that he did do that.
To seek a
That is crazy. Rules for me, but not for thee, Ethan.
career online really anymore. I mean, like I'll do the podcast with you, and I like to post pictures or whatever. But like, I genuinely don't care, and I don't know if that's
If you genuinely didn't care, you wouldn't be wrapped up in the fucking drama involving H3 and Hassan, and you guys would just focus on your boxing event and not give a shit about Ethan calling you guys fair weather friends. If you really, 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 really didn't care, you would have just focused on yourselves and just let that slight go that Ethan did. But you cared. You cared a lot. You're talking about how you felt like you were silenced for this whole period of time. You cared that entire time. You care. Stop lying. I can catch you lying in real time watching this fucking episode right now. You are lying to yourself and to the audience within a span of 13 minutes.
why.
Right. There really isn't. I remember like doing content comps and stuff. There was this sense of the internet has like picked a winner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a winner and
Yeah.
there's a loser.
Yeah.
Duh, that's always how it's been. The problem is that now you've thrown your hat into a political situation instead of just being a random fucking spat between YouTubers and criticizing them for that. You decided to get involved in a drama where a man's family was almost torn apart and skulls were married to their house. You know, that's a bit above Leafy saying that autistic kids are retarded. You know, that's a step above that. That's a step above when you stick your nose into a politically charged conversation versus, man, Leafy has no chin, or Rice Gum made a race joke, or Keemstar's a douchebag. Like, that's crazy.
And it's like, I think once you kind of ascend past that idea where it's like, yeah, I'm like definitely a loser to like a huge swath of people online.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't really care to be a winner in their
I
eyes.
don't care.
You guys have always cared. You cared the entire time. You had to do a whole apology to people that you felt like you wronged with content. Like, shut up.
So that does make it easier, just knowing there really
Yeah.
isn't much of a battle to
I think also when you don't
take place.
respect the person,
Mhm.
like
Yeah, it doesn't mean a whole lot.
no offense to
Bro,
declines, but
You
I don't have
you
a
don't want to.
So you, whoa. So you've never respected Ethan. You never respected Hila. Over the years of friendship that you've had, all the times that you and Hila have talked about hanging out, visiting her family, meeting her kids, going out, going to events, coming on their show, you never respected them. Ever. Not even a smidgen. What about all the times that you have said, oh, Hila's great, I love Hila? What about all the times Hila's talked about how she was happy to have you as a friend? You two are fucking snakes, dude.
Win? You don't want to win, bro?
Dude, win at any cost.
You don't want to win this war that you're in?
the Twitter. You don't
That
want
you
to.
started?
Yeah, you don't want the Twitter.
You
news.
can't start the war and not go.
They are not understanding the criticisms of why everyone hated the content cop. They just think it's team sports. No, it's not team sports. There are things that you could definitely criticize Ethan for. In my position, Ethan needs to let this shit go at this point. It's over, it's done, it's dusted. It's been done for fucking months. But, like, once they send CPS to his house and Skulls to his home, it gets escalated to another fucking level. I get where he's coming from, but he should have stopped. And I get it. The whole reason we criticize the content cop is because you blatantly, unironically removed the most important stuff as to why Ethan was crashing out and hid what you were referencing as the video as to why you guys were getting shit for it during his podcast episode. They think it's just team sports war. Team Ethan versus Team Hassan. That's what he thinks this is. It's not that. A lot of people are like that, but holy shit, it's not just that. There are people that hate you that understand that Ethan's done stupid shit.
Going for the win.
It's
Going for the win. Wait. The content deputy's your last video about Ethan Klein? What? Don't you want to win?
you want to win. He's
What do you mean? Why would anyone want a third video? Those two videos are ass.
saying all this crazy stuff about you. But it is like I think a big.
You know what's like crazy? They're like giggling and laughing about Ethan. What is Hassan doing? Let's play the game of, is Ethan crashing out as much as Hassan is crashing out? I could argue yes. Every time I see a clip of Hassan where nothing's going on, Hassan will just be live talking shit about Ethan, which prompts Ethan to talk shit about him. And then Hassan goes, why is Ethan talking shit about me? And then you can say the same thing about Ethan. Hassan won't be doing anything. Ethan will go, yeah, fuck Hassan. And then Hassan reacts to that clip. It creates the vicious cycle that we're in. Can't you also criticize Hassan for this, Idubbbz?
Part of it is like just not respecting
Yeah.
him or his opinions. I think back in the day, I remember like people threatening to make hate videos or making hate videos. There was that one creep show art or whatever.
What? Why are we referencing creep show art?
Yeah.
And back in the day, like if I would see a video about me, it would it would hurt so bad.
Mhm.
And now like when I see clips of like either
What about Sam Hyde? What about Sam Hyde making fun of you guys? You guys really took that to heart.
Ethan or tweets or whatever, like it is so genuinely funny.
It's not funny when you're tweeting out shit like this. Let me just pull up Anissa's fucking let me just pull this up real quick. Anissa. Let me just grab Anissa's fucking Twitter account real quick. She literally live tweets about Ethan constantly. And then goes, "Oh, I don't care. Also, you left Twitter because you got outed as Islamophobic freak." Yeah, she doesn't care. She doesn't care at all. I always had a feeling you hated Arabs. Like, bro, she totally doesn't care. She totally doesn't care. No way. He's on the full alt-ripe incel pipeline. Yeah, totally doesn't care. Ethan's starting to really creep me out at this point. Totally doesn't care. Like, bro. Totally doesn't care. Oh, God, Anissa.
Most of the time, it's just kind of fun, which is neat to be at that place. But I do think that was my phone. I do think
This is total cope.
a big part of it though is I just don't care. Like,
Well, I think it also helps that there's nothing you can really do about it.
no, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like when I think about like hate videos or fucking just certain sides of the internet, I'm like,
Hold on, wait a minute. So there's a difference between hate video and and then criticism of you and rise and falls videos about you and your public actions. Those aren't all hate videos. To be realistic, I don't hate or have like a vitriolic hatred for Idubbbz. The thing that I have an issue with is that Idubbbz is a spineless fucking coward and will placate himself to whatever side he thinks is not going to give him the most resistance imaginable. And that's where he's going. That's why he gave up and is now being like, I'm sorry for all the content cops I've ever done. Oh, Hassan, Daddy Hassan. You know, because he thinks that the culture's shifting in Hassan's direction when it fucking is not. I hate Anissa like a lot more. I hate Anissa a lot fucking more than I do anything that Idubbbz does, except for the content cops, except for that shit, okay? Except for that. That's the crazy part to me.
there ain't nothing to fucking do.
No, I know.
Like, I'm not gonna like pitch you like my train of logic and how I've arrived at where I've arrived. Like,
Isn't that what you're supposed to do if you're making a commentary video or like anything in general that's involving your criticism, is explain to people how you've received that conclusion?
you know, I can't really. That's a lot of labor as well. It's like I don't really
way
want
too
to do
much
that
labor.
labor.
Okay, so you're just lazy pieces of shit. Got it.
Yeah.
So
It's not worth it.
yeah, I kind of think that that's why some people always think it's like a left versus right grift kind of thing. The accusations of grifting.
Yeah.
Because truthfully, when you go from like kind of like one side to the other, depending on I don't know how people view it, it very much feels like, oh, you've like completely abandoned your principles. But I think in a lot of ways, it's like no, like the work that it's going to take to explain the journey that I've been on is so personal and specific.
Dude, you have talked about this journey 100 times on your fucking podcast. What are you talking about? Then on top of that, you made a whole video, an entire video apologizing to everybody. Everybody. You went on that fucking leftist podcast episode with the Serps lady and Francesca Ramsey and talked about how you wanted to pay reparations for Jinx. And you understood the harm that you're giving to the internet and that you had a soulful journey about how much of a piece of shit you were. You also cried in your content cop video at the end. Dude, we know your journey. We just don't respect it because you did it in a cowardly way.
And it's not worth it.
They're not going to listen
you're not there.
anyway.
We would listen if you weren't a whiny bitch about it.
Like they're not asking any of those questions
Of themselves.
earnestly.
Yeah.
Like it's not earnest questions, right? Like there's a reason why the debates with Ethan that happened with Sam Cedar and Hassan ended the same way.
Yeah.
Like it's not an earnest conversation, and that's
Why would anyone want to have an earnest conversation with Hassan at this point? Genuinely, here's a legitimate question. Why would you want to have an earnest conversation with Hassan with all the stuff out there about him and how he operates and how he treats other people? Why does he deserve an earnest conversation? You could argue the same thing about Ethan. The difference between Ethan and Hassan is that nobody's called CPS on Hassan to take his children away over a conflict that nobody gives a fuck in this country, except for people that are slacktivists. How can you have an earnest conversation in a debate?
a very public thing, but all these viewers that are following these like hate accounts and are consuming all this stuff, like
They're calling Diorio and every commentary channel a hate account. That's what they're doing. They're calling everybody a hate account. They're calling Sam Hyde a hate account. They're calling Kino Casino hate accounts. They're calling Nick hate accounts. They're calling the Quartering hate accounts. They're calling Destiny hate accounts. They're calling myself hate accounts. Anybody that is criticized, anything that Anissa doesn't agree with or Ian agrees with is a hate account.
they're not interacting with it earnestly. They're not there to like
Hello,
discover
Serena.
the
Welcome back.
truth. They're there because they have like
Yeah.
they have like their fighter that they've picked and they like want to
Yeah. And it's all about strategy and
strategy and like whatever.
Well, to be honest, most people are just seeing the actions of both sides and recognizing that Ethan is justified to be pissed off at the people that have been fucking with him to the degree where they've sent human skulls and CPS to his home. Again, Ethan can. I implore Ethan to stop and move the fuck on so that it doesn't continue, but he's not going to. So it's falling on deaf ears. Like how trying to tell Hassan that rapes happened on October 7th, but he'll keep denying it, saying Pixar it didn't happen.
Whatever else. So like I think also just when we've been on the internet for as long as we have, it's just like it's hard to see any of it as like authentic. Like I just don't.
Yeah,
I don't see.
it's
any
true. It's very
benefit.
far from that.
Yeah. So
That's your fault for being wrapped up in the fakeness of it all instead of just being a regular person and hanging around with people that are actual genuine human beings. That's your fault. That's your fault.
Hey Dane, have you ever broken a bone?
No, I've gotten pretty darn close a lot of the time though. Back when I used to like skateboard or do more athletic things like
Yeah.
basketball.
What was getting close? Like fucking landing on your wrist or
Fucking
something?
eating, yeah,
Are we
eating
just gonna
shit,
talk about-
at the skate park
oh
or
my
something.
god, somebody
Bones
phones
breaking.
Sorry.
No, in skate culture, eating shit just means like taking a biff, you know, which means falling down.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying. I was concerned that you literally eat shit.
Definite.
I didn't literally eat a,
Oh.
you know,
Hey,
Wait,
have you heard
are
of like fucking landing on your wrist or
fucking
something?
eating-
Are they making a eating shit joke?
taking a biff, you know, which means falling down.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying. I was concerned that you literally eat shit.
Definite.
I didn't literally eat a big pile of steaming delicious shit.
I also don't think that would lead to breaking a bone in any way.
What
I just
if,
don't think.
well, what if
My
you-
jawbone from unhinging it from all the shit.
Yeah.
Right. Cramming it
Ooh.
in there.
you freaking put it in and then you fainted because it was so gross.
Oh, right. You
You
cracked
broke
your skull.
yeah.
No, the reason I ask is because have you heard of the broken bone theory?
This is like a cool podcast like thing to say.
Yeah.
You heard of you gotta like lean in close.
Oh,
You know?
Yeah. So the broken bone theory.
Ooh, this is ASMR.
It is foretold that those of us, I'm one of them as well, who go through life without breaking a single bone in their body,
Not even their
we
boner.
are God's chosen warriors.
Okay, what the fuck is this gay shit that they're talking about now? Is it over? Is it over? Is there anything else of importance in here? Because it sounds like this is going to be the rest of their gay little fucking podcast. I literally don't care about Idubbbz talking about the broken bone theory. I'd rather kill myself. I'd rather unironically just fucking jam a in my mouth and pull the fucking I'd rather listen. I'd rather. Please tell me that if there's more, please let me know, dude.
Did you know that, Dane?
Wait, specifically God's chosen warriors, or is there some other?
No.
thing?
I'm using flamboyant language. Not God's chosen warriors. More so like you are protected by God. Because, and I think the logic is like you are destined to. This is some bullshit from some random woman on TikTok that I
No, it's
listened
law.
to.
This is the truth.
This is actually in the Bible. We read this.
We do Bible study.
Hold on. I
We
feel like
did, we read
there's
this.
got to be more.
No, I'm just kidding. It is from a woman's mouth on TikTok, which is law, by the way.
But she was saying that you are like destined to experience maybe other types of pain, like go through like a very traumatic, like something else, because you've gone your whole life without, breaking a
Which
bone.
I would like to say, okay, I have broken bones, and I would argue I have gone.
Right to criticize comedy.
They have no right to criticize anybody for any sort of fucking podcast. Like, their podcast is so fucking boring. It's only entertaining when they try to cope about shit and like giggle through the cope when they actively, we all know. Chat, I'm just going to poll the chat real quick. Okay. I'm just going to poll you guys. One's in the chat. If you believe Ian and his wife are coping about the creator clash stuff and how everything fell off in regarding to the Ethan stuff involving Content Cop. Two's in the chat if you believe that they are totally past it and they don't care at all. I'm just curious. I'm just polling the chat. Just polling the chat real quick. After what we've watched so far, I'm seeing a lot of ones. Get involved. There's over 300 people watching right now. Get involved. I want to see everybody. I'm seeing a lot of ones. I'm seeing a couple of twos. Probably trolling, or they're just snarkers watching the stream. Either way. By the way, if I ever end up on the snark Reddit again, understand that each and every one of you will die fucking alone, and it'll be a great day when your fucking genetic coding is left in the dust and you are not going to sire children. You're going to die alone, and your cat's going to eat you when you die. How about that? Just have a great day, buddy.
Through very traumatic
No.
things.
I
So what is
know.
that? Am I Shaitan's chosen or what?
Yeah, I don't know. I think some people are just meant to fucking
shit.
eat shit until they die.
Maybe it's because I really am a bad person.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
A lot of
But
eating
yeah, I haven't
shit
broken
jokes.
bones, and I don't know. I really believe in kind of the universe balancing things out. But after Anissa just got done saying that, I'm going back on it now.
No.
Like,
I don't think you should. I don't
no,
think
there
you should.
are people out there who just get fucking nuked.
I agree, but I actually think. Well, I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but
Wait
for
a
me
minute.
personally, I think it's quite the gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gift for what?
It's like where I'm sitting right now. I'm in
Right. True. It could be a lot worse.
and there's some people who never go through any pain,
Mhm.
and they're in hell, and they don't even know they're in hell.
Right.
I'm like married. I have a stable. Like it wasn't always
Yeah,
this
but you're
way.
Stable? Who has the clip? Somebody get me the clip. Somebody get me the clip of Ian and Anissa talking about how they haven't made money in 2 to 3 years. Somebody find me that clip. It was after the first Creator Clash on the H3 podcast where they talked about how they were making no fucking money and that they haven't made money in years. I wanna see the clip. Stable? Stable. Yes, and you are childless. You are childless, which means you can never understand what Ethan and Hila went through when the CPS were called on their home and your friend Denims just turned around and said, well, kids can't get traumatized at the age of 5 to 8. My response to that is what about kids that get raped? Are we going to devalue the kids that got raped? Because they, according to Denims, they don't remember anything that's traumatic. From the ages of 5 to 8 years old, they just don't remember anything. So anybody that was raped at the age of 5 to 8, sorry, buddy, it wasn't real according to Denims. You're not traumatized. You're just making it up for internet points, according to Denims. Their friend, by the way. Isn't that crazy? Think about that.
Childless.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but by your own choosing.
Yeah, well, it depends who you ask. I've
Yeah,
seen some
true.
comments that I can't have kids.
Right up.
No, there's some comments I've seen of people saying that my womb doesn't work or something.
Your womb, based on how you look, your womb looks like it does not work.
But there's like everything was really hard, and now it's like I feel like I've hit like a permanent Mario speed burst.
Mhm.
So like
I can't wait for when she crashes out again. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. All this, every time she does this, okay? I'm gonna teach you the Anissa playbook, okay? This has been going on for like a decade. Here's the playbook. Anissa gets back into the content sphere of stuff and starts shit with people, starts fights, starts getting cocky, starts being shitty to people, and then the
Story
next
time.
stage.
Today at
Let me
work,
finish. Yep.
Some idiot customer
Okay.
decided to microwave raw fish.
Gross.
The smell was what I imagine Anissa's. Never mind.
Nice, dude. Then, after that stage, Anissa gets pushed back. Anissa pretends that she doesn't care and that she's above it and yada, yada, yada. Couple months later, Anissa then continues to start bitch moaning and complaining about it and says, I don't care, definitely cares. And then right after that, a couple of weeks after that, crashes the fuck out in the most stellar way imaginable. We're on stage 3 right now. Stage 3 is where Anissa's like, I don't really care. I'm getting a little cocky, but like, I don't care. I definitely don't care, but I'll keep referencing that I don't care. We're on stage 3, okay? We're on stage 3. When stage 4 happens, you're going to get a clip like the one where she was crashing out over Creator Clash 2. You're going to get that eventually, okay? You're going to get that. And recognize that that is going to be the best piece of content you've ever seen in your entire life.
look at fucking
It is interesting though. It's that barometer of like pain and
like you
everything. It's like the guy who fucking loses all of his limbs when he's 4 years old. It's like
Yeah.
that immediately like jumps up here of like, oh yeah, how bad can it get?
yeah.
Kind of thing. And it's just like you're gonna
What's stage 5? Making fun of Ian. Ian's stage 5. So she'll deflect from herself and then move over to Ian and then start saying that Ian shits his pants and then starts demasculating Ian. And then Ian, to look like a man, has to go out and pick a fight to distract from his wife. That's stage 5. Stage 6 is when they both do an apology video. I'm giving you the Anissa Ian timeline.
struggle to get past that painful, moment in your life.
Mhm.
Whereas if you're constantly like avoiding that super mega painful moment,
Super mega.
Don't forget
Massive.
about the allegations that Anissa and Denims are
Okay,
beating
I
Idubbbz
don't
behind
know
the
if that's
scenes.
real. I'm not going to say Anissa is cucking Idubbbz with Denims and mean it. I have no proof of that. I have no corroborating evidence of that. The Kino Casino is the one that's platforming it. I am not. I have no fucking idea. Leave me out of it. It would be really, 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 really funny, though, if that is the case. Okay? Really funny.
You never learn how to cope,
yeah.
which is like a totally different, like that's a sad animal to try and wrestle when you're 60 and your parents have passed and you're alone. And like, and that happens to people. I was gonna say, who's that guy? Tony Stark.
Tony Stark,
Yeah. What's his?
Iron Man.
Yeah.
the actor,
What?
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. was he was an addict. He was like a meth addict on the street. And now he's like fucking Mr. Suave.
Yeah, because he fixed his life together and stopped doing the same mistakes constantly that ruined his life. Like, unlike you two, where you constantly, repeatedly do the same shit over and 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 over again, and then get mad at everybody for pointing out that you guys are insufferable, soulless fucking people. Unlike Robert Downey Jr., he stopped doing the things that made his life suck. You guys continue to step on rakes and smack yourself in the face.
And everybody wants to be. Elon Musk literally wants to be him so bad.
True.
Like, think about that. The richest man in the world wants.
Oh my God, I don't care about her take about Elon
Okay,
Musk.
I'll give it to you.
No, the horny part of the brain is the Crumpus Fortnite.
Okay, don't care. Fortnite joke.
But yeah, it was like because you had been so busy down there, and I was just trying to like keep you from not exploding from stress, from just like because you were just constantly working. We had to like take a week off after the content deputy to just like live life.
Wait, what?
You know
Like,
these.
Hold on. I heard something that I find interesting.
But yeah, it's so that's been what we've been up to. Katy
It's
Perry.
very, yeah.
Mm.
No, we've been grooving and moving. We just got back to the gym.
Oh man, lifting weights was rough today.
But it's the thing with like the content cop and the content deputy is like Ian like no life to that shit. Like he was just like on the computer every day, all day, and I was just like cooking and like I was trad wifing it up.
Mhm.
I was like I had beautiful dinners for you every night. I brought you down lunch. I was
Yeah, beautiful dinners. Beautiful dinners. Yeah, let's take a look at Anissa's dinner. Dude, that shit looks like I could put it in a fucking ragu can and pour it in my fucking bowl. What is this? As an Italian, I am sickened by what I am seeing here. This is disgusting to me. What is this? Is that made with her period blood? Holy shit, that's gross. Her womb doesn't work, dude.
cleaning the house. I was
It was awesome.
locking it down so he could just
Bro,
friggin-
Ian, you need to get out of there, bro. She's fucking ruining, bro. She's fucking ruining you, bro.
run.
No, dude, I like having a trad wife.
I actually
You are the farthest from a trad wife.
loved it. I'm not gonna lie, I actually loved doing that because I had no clue what you were making or what you were doing or how it was coming together, and I didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
care.
awesome.
I didn't even watch. I still haven't watched it.
That's good.
I don't.
You still haven't watched the video that you are co-signing and saying it's a great video and signing on with Hassan? Really? You haven't seen your husband's own video? That's crazy. That's crazy when you're taking the positions that you have. Are you shitting me? You're just watching it through the eyes of Hassan. You're not even watching it to be objective yourself. If that is true, Anissa is the dumbest bitch imaginable. And then on top of that, I agree with the guy in chat with B. I don't believe Anissa didn't watch it. I don't believe it for a second.
Which,
That's how it should be.
sorry.
You know what I
You don't need
mean?
to know you don't need to know my fucking business.
Yeah,
That's
that's my
so
business.
trad. That's
Yeah.
so trad wife. I did watch the content deputy though.
Yeah. Your domain is the kitchen. Whatever's going on in the kitchen.
You can watch it once you get a YouTube machine in there.
YouTube machine.
You know what? I might get you an Amazon Echo.
I think they would.
Maybe.
I think you're right. From just like you went to
They
LA.
do, yeah.
Because you had been so busy down there, and I was just trying to like keep you from not exploding from stress, from just like because you were just constantly working. We had to like take a week off after the content deputy to just like live life.
What?
You know
went to
what'd be
Texas, you
sick
went to
to
LA.
do? Yeah, that was a good trip.
Dude, these people are gonna go broke. They took a week off after the content deputy, took a trip to Austin and LA. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I loved my Texas trip. I
Mhm.
got to meet Maya, and she's so sweet. And I'm gonna go to the animal.
Oh, Maya? You are Maya Higa, cover-up extraordinaire of the Miskiff drama. Oh, thank you for correcting that paywall. I'm a big dummy. Thank you. Dude, they went to go see Maya Higa. No way, dude.
Uh,
I did a little training with James, Odd Ones Out.
Yep.
That was good. Did some hikes and stuff.
Yep.
Man, I need to get back in the boxing gym
I know. I really want to get back in the
just
boxing
for,
gym.
you know, my own personal boxing growth and
I changed it like maybe an hour ago.
development.
I miss it. I miss it.
But yeah, that was a good trip. I found some good eating spots down there as well.
Oh,
It was
really?
pleasant. Oh yeah, and you know what? It was kind of a random thing. Alex Ernst has been playing
Okay, it looks like the rest of this is just stupid shit. I don't really care. I don't really care.
She's
Maybe this is like it looks like it could be like a fan rendering, to be honest. So
Artwork.
well.
be
Ian
accurate.
seems
Okay, I don't care.
King
Okay.
Samus.
he doesn't.
Okay, he's talking about Smash Brothers. I don't care anymore. We got what we need. We got what we need. That's it. Okay, that's it. That's it. It's just so boring.
we decided as a team to step away, like with our team, internal team. There are capable people that are taking it over. There are capable people that are taking it over. There are capable people that are taking it over.
Hey guys, thank you for watching the clip. Thank you Core for doing the editing. Make sure you give him a follow on Twitter, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. Check out the link in the description for the lolcow trading card game. There's a brand new pack called Series X. That pack has my card in it, the tipster cards as well. On top of that, there's a bunch of other cast of characters in there, and we're also working towards an ultimate goal for that. So make sure you guys click on the link below. We're going to try and upload daily here and do live streams pretty often, so make sure you stick around and hit that like button. Thanks, guys.